Later, they heard a splash. The stranger fell through their pool cover into the pool, then climbed out of the pool and knocked on the door. This time asking for French fries and a towel.
Was he naked?
No.
Good Lord.
Found some random dude to give some commentary on the situation.
I'm sorry to impose on y'all fine people this evening, but could I have a towel and some French fries?
Oh, man, even more shenanigans in WTF this week. Plus, we need a plan to keep pits clean at places like Lollapalooza. We'll dive into it. And would you, for all the money in the world, go on a cruise with the Zac Brown Band and 40,000 of their fans? We'll get into it. It's all on the Gorman in the Morning podcast, episode 305.
The Gorman in the Morning podcast. Unlike the live show, we did have a chance to fix this. But that's just not how we roll. With Steve Gorman.
Come on, you gunners!
Paul Fletcher.
Greetings, let's do it.
And Ryder.
I have a hard time wrapping my brain around that.
The Goo Goo Dolls are tonight, Mystic Lake Amphitheater. How about that?
Hell yeah.
How about that?
They get a ding even.
Why don't you see about going to see them with tickets that you win right here, right now on this very show? WTF, Wisconsin, Texas, Florida. Ryder is going to share 3 stories with us. These stories all happened in either Wisconsin, Texas, or Florida. And it is up to you to figure out the answers to those questions.
Okay, we're going to start with this first one. This woman, I think, given her name, was born to be crafty.
5 people are accused of being part of a nearly $32 million coupon fraud scheme that spanned multiple states. Cindi Swindle is a woman that's named recently in an unsealed federal indictment. It says Swindle bought nearly $5,000 worth of counterfeit coupons from a Virginia woman that amounted to hundreds of thousands of dollars in losses for retailers and manufacturers. News for reporter Ariel Schiller joins us live tonight in the studio.
A Virginia woman created and sold thousands of fake coupons that would give people, in some cases, almost 100% off items. This scheme lasted 3 years and made its way to.
With the rising cost of groceries, we can all relate to trying to save some money through coupons. But one group is paying the price for buying and using counterfeit coupons. Cindi Swindle, a woman, is one of 5 people named in a recently unsealed federal indictment detailing the scheme. Swindle and others knowingly bought coupons from a Virginia woman named Lori Ann Tallons. Tallons was sentenced to 12 years in prison for creating, selling, and shipping counterfeit coupons across the United States that amounted to $32 million in losses for retailers and manufacturers. Swindle and others bought fraudulent coupons for a variety of retailers. The indictment says Swindle and the 4 other defendants would communicate with Tallons over Telegram and through instant messaging and other communications applications over the internet. She paid her $4,776.98, spread out over 42 separate transactions, which caused an estimated loss of $334,388.60 to manufacturers and retailers.
Reporting live in the studio, Ariel Schiller, Channel 4, the local station.
Okay, so you got your culprit. Wow. Cindi Swindle is her name.
Just because that's your name, it does not, you don't have to go into this sort of life.
And swindle people.
Man.
Yeah, well, so she bought the coupons, the fake coupons from a woman in Virginia. They came to what state?
Yeah.
And dude, the telegraph thing, I didn't even know that you could still get your hands on one of those.
That's incredible.
All right, okay,
somewhere in her family, like some great-grandfather's like, well, we used to call it Swindle, and then you all started calling it. Of course she had a life of crime. They called her Swindle.
Is it did they say telegraph or telegram? Because there's an app called Telegram. I'm wondering if they're communicating through that.
Could be.
And I've learned through a lot of spam texts that I've gotten that nothing good possibly happens on Telegram.
Well, I'm just going to imagine that it's a telegraph old school machine because that's just way more fun.
It is.
I like it. All right, sure.
Okay.
I'll buy that.
And all right, so that's story number 1. Story number 2, a reporter went well overboard to just reenact one crazy night at a pool.
County deputies say Christopher Zabricki claimed to be a CIA agent.
How do you know he wasn't?
Deputies say he drank so much vodka Thursday afternoon he told them he forgot where he lived.
Oh, yeah. I've been there.
Instead of going home to Winsome Avenue, he ended up on Monet Avenue, a mile from his house. And the couple that lives in this house told me a stranger knocked on their door asking to stay for a few days. They told him, go bother someone else. Instead of leaving, Zabricki made his way inside their lanai.
I'd have shoved my boot so far up his been tasting leather for a week.
They called 911, and moments later, they heard a splash. The stranger fell through their pool cover into the pool, then climbed out of the pool and knocked on the door. This time asking for French fries and a towel.
Was he naked?
No.
Thank God. You don't want to be seeing them peckers there in your backyard.
Deputies found Zabricki sitting on a chair by the pool. They say he told them he held his breath underwater for 3 minutes.
Damn, that's a long time. That's pretty good.
Taking him to the county jail for trespassing, disorderly intoxication, and resisting arrest.
Oh, yeah, I've been to one time before in their jail system there. They're all right. They treat you kind of nice, but, sleep it off.
Found some random dude to give some commentary on the situation.
I'm sorry to impose on y'all fine people this evening, but could I have a towel and some French fries? What in the world
is happening right now?
Yes, so couldn't get the homeowners to talk to her. Just found some random dude who's wearing a cowboy hat, holding a Coors Light hand, which I'm sure is not full of beer, but actually full of discarded chew that he has been spitting in there. And he had some real expert opinions on this guy.
That's incredible.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't want to see that pecker out there.
Nothing better than people who still think it's important to say, well, he knocked on the door, and then they add the... It's like, yeah, we know what it sounds like. That's not a sound effect that's really necessary.
I know.
That's one of those situational interview spots where you just do things and say things that you aren't, that you wouldn't normally do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there was the reporter trying to, do some theater of the mind there. Props to her. She had somebody open a door and hand her a towel and a bag of fast food French fries.
It's great.
Wow.
Yes. Okay. All right. Here we go. So that's 1 and 2. Here's your number 3. Cat comes to the rescue.
New at 10 now. 5 people in County owe their lives to a cat. That's right. They say Gizmo helped thwart a possible house fire. Fox 13's Josh Casso is here to tell us about it. Josh, this must be a special cat. Tell us more.
Yeah, we typically think of dogs as being the heroic ones and cats play the villains. But in this case, 1-year-old Gizmo saved the day.
Not all superheroes wear capes. Some wear collars.
I'd say the cat definitely saved my life.
Meet Gizmo. She's a little shy, but this 1-year-old feline acted fast when it counted.
You can see right here, it started right there in the middle and it spread over to here.
An oven mitt left on the toaster caught fire late last night while 5 people were asleep in this home. Ron Perkins was on the couch.
The cat Gizmo had her front paws up on the cushion and her head right by my ear just meowing. She would not stop. Well, when I opened my eyes, I realized the house was full of smoke.
Quickly, he was able to put the small fire out before it spread. Had it not been for Gizmo,
I thoroughly believe if she hadn't woke me up, I'd have been found dead on that sofa this morning.
I've never heard of this ever in my life, that a cat would save the day, but she certainly did. She saved us all.
Call her a hero cat.
I think the cat ought to get an award.
Gizmo seems to be taking it all in stride, not basking in her own glory. Instead, she prefers to stay in her own fortress of solitude, though she is enjoying one aspect of stardom, the treats.
It's a story of a year. I mean, really, it really is.
So next time someone says all cats are evil, remember Gizmo, the life-saving calico.
Good kitty cat.
This cat, I thoroughly believe, gave me one of its own 9 lives.
So there you go. Proof that not all cats are plotting against you despite their demeanor. Some appear, at least, to actually care. Mark, back to you.
That certainly appears so. Josh, thanks very much.
If the cat can open the front door
more often, for sure.
I think we do.
If not only for Gizmo, for the company he keeps.
If that cat knew how to open the front door, he's not slapping someone with his paw. He's just, hey, house on fire, got to get out.
Yeah, that's fair. Might have been dinner time.
Yeah.
The cat lives in a fortress of solitude.
Yeah, well,
And comes out, obviously, for only very important occasions like saving
Dinner.
people's lives. Yeah.
Yes.
I like the guy who goes, someone ought to give her a reward. I don't like you?
Yes.
Who else? Other
fan-
than the person whose life she saved.
City officials?
Man.
Fancy feast till the day she dies. Yes. Nice work, Gizmo.
I tell you what, that's a hell of a haul right there, Ryder.
There we go.
That's 3 zingers. And North Loop, Jeff has the correct answers. Well done, Jeff.
Nice
Let's have a
work.
quick recap here, Ryder.
Okay, Cindi Swindle bought a bunch of fake coupons and then scammed stores out of tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Fletcher, what you thinking, bud?
It feels very wholesome, very Midwest. I'm going to say Wisconsin.
I had the same thought. I thought in Wisconsin, if you're known as Cindi Swindle, you just think, oh, I don't have a choice. I have to enter a life of crime.
I mean, you know what, though? I have to say, I probably not wholesome. We're talking about grand larceny practically here, but still, it felt very innocent.
Hey, Jeff, give him the real answer.
Yeah, the real answer is Florida, gentlemen.
Oh, come on.
Happens.
Jacksonville, if you're keeping score.
Damn it.
Now it all checks out.
Jacksonville, the Wisconsin of Florida.
And then we had somebody who was having a real bad night after he jumped in the pool and couldn't get the people to give him some French fries and a towel. Fletcher, what you got, bud?
I mean, if they don't want to see peckers in the backyard, it feels like Texas.
All right.
I think we're still staying in the Sunshine State. Towels and French fries and vodka and a fake CIA agent. That just says Florida to me.
Jeff?
Well, as I told the writer, it's where my mom used to live, Port Charlotte, Florida.
Nice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Last one, your warm, fuzzy, feel-good story. Cat saves 2 people's lives, and spoiler, both these dudes look like ZZ Top. Don't read too much into that. Fletcher, what are you thinking, man?
It's just, cats. Somebody left the toaster on.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's so out of the realm of normal. I'm going to just say Florida.
Okay. Steve, what you got, man?
My old Gizmo woke me up on the couch, and I think Ryder's doing the double swindle. Don't overthink it because you're underthinking it, and she mentions ZZ Top, so I'm going Texas.
Jeff,
Where we
let
at?
him know what's up.
Well, it's called the Ryder Trifecta of Florida.
Yeah.
Oh, man, 3 for 3.
Yeah.
Strong Ryder, even stronger for North Loop. Jeff, congrats.
Nice work, kid.
Got some Goo Goo Dolls tickets to get into tonight. Have fun at that show, my man.
Hey, find your phone charger. More of the Gorman in the Morning podcast on the way. Keep that smart speaker at full volume.
Wow, you have amazing taste.
More of the Gorman in the Morning podcast now.
Lollapalooza over this past weekend in Chicago was, as always, a humongous success. So many people packed into that field.
Oh, yeah.
For the big gig.
Yeah.
And there are videos going around from the site that shows fans, close to the front, the ones who get there early and cannot leave lest they give up their place.
All right. I saw somebody do a video of the gates opening, chasing fans as they are running to get to the barricade. They want to be in that front row. So, and the people who are running to see Charlie XCX, man, it's 11 o'clock in the morning. She is not taking the stage until, 9:45 maybe?
Yeah.
That is hours of waiting.
And it's hot. And so you're going to have to hydrate with something.
Yes.
And that hydration will keep you going. And then there will be a little extra. And so you're going to have to pee. Let's just get right to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
There are
fair.
videos of people down in the front part of the crowd, and they're passing around. There's a cardboard box, a pretty big one, but in the box is a giant plastic bag filled with urine.
No.
They're just, okay, this one's full. Pass it back.
So they all team.
Gross and not right.
So they all teamed up together to
apparently
coordinate the portable bathroom?
Plastic bags being passed around. Here you go, man. Use this. And then at some point they get really heavy, so then they kind of knot it off and put it in a box to pass it back.
Yeah, but if they can all play nice together like that, why can't you just hold that person's spot while they go use a proper porta potty?
Well, come on, man. I mean, that's just asking too much. I mean, I'll move your bag of pee, but I'm not going to hold your spot.
I'll hold your urine, but I won't hold your spot, is what you're telling me.
Sure. That's a rough one.
It's been a trend lately. We remember Olivia Rodrigo, who was
That's right.
also at Smashing Pumpkins, sang a song with Billy Corgan at Lollapalooza.
Sure
I remember
That's 'cause
her
she's a
talking
badass.
about it. There was that mosh pit in New Zealand where some dude let something fly that was all messy over the place.
The Olivia
Do we
fans,
need to bring the bathrooms closer to the people?
I don't know, because you still have to leave your spot, even if it's only 10 feet away.
What if, and this might be my $1 million idea, what if we put a trough in front of the stage?
Yeah.
Much like they had at the Metrodome.
Yeah, sure.
Can we make this work?
I'm gonna have I mean, dudes had stage fright doing that. I can't imagine having it out in the open.
There's definitely feminine products where you can, if you're camping or something like that, it's like a female-style urinal.
Right,
so,
right.
Man.
I mean, I think better than the bag or the portable porta-john, I think you just wear a diaper.
Just wear a diaper, or
adult
just
diaper,
just develop some fortitude. Just some mental strength. Just overrule your body's need.
This is 2026. We don't do that.
Man, I tell you what. I mean, I the last time I was at a festival with that many people was never.
Okay.
Never would. Never have. Not a chance. You're
spoiled.
I had a better view. But when I think of going to see I'm going to see Guns N' Roses this weekend.
Yes.
Same.
I'm like. Really? I got to be out there with that many people walking around, but I'll get through it every now and again. But even that's nowhere near as big as Lollapalooza.
Oh no!
I would never get anywhere near the stage if I were in the crowd at a gig like that. Just for a variety of reasons, my bladder is nowhere near the first thing on my mind.
Yeah,
Just the general. Oh my God!
And it doesn't have to be at Mystic Lake Amphitheater. They have lots of well-stocked, easily accessible bathrooms.
That's right,
So
they do.
you guys are good to go.
Okay.
Good to go. 37,000 people in Boston Sunday night who had obviously lost a bet all went to Fenway to see the Zac Brown band.
Okay.
That's it. That's the joke. No, Fenway Park, Zac Brown he's played Fenway many times over the years. He's there every summer. He's on the road. 37,000 people in the house on Sunday night, and Zac Brown had a Oprah-esque surprise for everybody.
Okay.
Tonight we're gonna do something that even Jimmy would say is crazy. I'm buying every single person here a cruise for 2 people on the boat.
Oh, that's nice.
Every single person here gets a cruise for themselves and a loved one to go on the boat. This is the biggest giveaway in history, ladies and gentlemen, here tonight at Fenway Park. Make sure you get your ticket and you hit the code, and we'll see you out on the water for sure.
Oh, man.
Margaritaville at sea.
Okay.
That's when he said Jimmy would even think this is crazy, even as in Jimmy Buffett.
Okay.
They have a new ship called the Beachcomber, and Zac Brown said he's giving 37,000 people a trip on that boat with a +1.
That's pretty nice.
The giveaway is valued at more than $40 million. He said, I'm putting up $40 million. Well, first, no, you're not. That's not like he's cutting a check.
Yeah.
Right.
That said, okay, 37,000 people at Fenway Park. How many of them do you think will actually make it to one of these cruises?
Half.
Half?
You think it'll be half?
Maybe.
How many fit on a
Maybe
cruise?
half.
I don't know this. I don't know how many people
Can't be more than a couple thousand, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, you get a few. Sure, if it's the size of like one of those carnival things, you can get 5,000-6,000 people on that bad boy. It's, serious. But like you're just dropping that. I mean, I don't do cruises.
No.
So if I were there, if I were there, I'd be like, well. That's great, dude. How about just plane tickets to Paris instead? Like, what about me? What about the guy who doesn't want to be on a cruise ship?
Dude, half those people would just be excited to not pay $75 for a T-shirt.
Thank you.
If you just get free T-shirt night, they'd be like, "Oh man!"
All right, guys, I gotta. We're gonna let you vote by a show of hands. Do you want 2 free cruises or a free T-shirt? Yeah, it'd be everybody take a shirt and just go home.
Enough people watch that Poop Cruise documentary. They know what's up.
Yeah, I've watched that one.
I saw my Connell Gorman, my son, on Twitter, wrote, "You couldn't pay me $40 million to go on a cruise with Zac Brown band fans." So, I mean, that's one way of looking at it.
What do they do if everybody just says yes?
I guess they just schedule a lot of cruises for those folks.
I mean, you're talking, what is that? I'm trying to do the math here quick. That's what, 74,000 people? If it's you and a friend?
Yeah.
75,000?
About that.
No.
Yeah, 37, 74.
Oh, Seems like Zac Brown Band's going to be tied up for a while.
Man.
On the ocean.
That's a lot of cruises.
Jeez.
That's a lot of cruises right there. I think, Ryder, I think you hit it on the head. Just give me the free shirt, dude.
I
Just
would have
relax.
never thought of that.
Yeah, I'll take the shirt, thanks. In New Jersey, we've all heard of New Jersey, the Garden State, which actually does have. New Jersey has its moments. Some of the beach towns and some of the farmland on the west side, absolutely gorgeous.
Okay.
But then the rest of it is, New Jersey. The police in New Jersey, several different towns are really up to some. This is good shtick. That's all I can tell you. They need to tamp down speeding through residential neighborhoods. So what they're doing is they are, they're standing out in the communities. You have a cop, and he's got binoculars, and he's just looking for specifically people who are maybe going above the speed limit, but more importantly, looking at their phones, distracted drivers. They're standing on the streets, on the sidewalk. They are using binoculars to zero in on cars as they approach, and if they see you looking at your phone or doing anything else, then they radio ahead and say, here comes a black Malibu, he's distracted.
Yes.
They're issuing tickets like crazy. 74 distracted drivers at one of these traps was picked up in 6 hours.
Wow,
6 hours,
that's a lot.
74 tickets.
Oh, man.
Now,
at
here's the best part. The cop who's standing there with the binoculars, he's dressed as shrubbery.
Yeah, I'm looking.
He's in a costume that makes him blend in with the local foliage.
Well, they don't have a ditch they can hide in or a bridge they can go under?
No, it's a city street.
No, fake foliage, as they say.
But it being the Garden State, he's on a city street. He looks like he's got a full ghillie suit on.
Yeah.
But it's made out of shrubbery, standing next to a tree where the branches go all the way down basically to the ground.
But when you see him move, your first thought is there's a Sasquatch over there.
Ooh.
It's a Yeti.
Okay.
It's a large woodland animal that's not supposed to be in a suburb.
Yeah.
I've never seen a green Sasquatch, but it looks like a green Sasquatch.
You've never seen a Sasquatch. You don't know if they're green or not.
I've seen pictures of them because we've seen there've been
most of the good ones are black and white though. They could have been green.
That's what I mean.
They could have been green.
Yeah.
I'm curious. Is it the short straw or the long straw that gets to dress up like Sasquatch? Do you want that gig as a cop, or do you hate that gig as a
Hell
cop?
yeah! Because isn't the other guy doing the paperwork?
Yeah, exactly.
So there you go.
You just got binoculars and a walkie-talkie.
Yeah.
And
be a little hot, but
and any kid walking by, you can just scare the living bejesus out of them.
Yeah, in between, like when you have your mandatory.
It's over. Hit the nuclear button.
That's it.
Just like that.
Yeah.
You get your mandatory 15-minute union break. You can just have fun.
Sasquatch shrub duty that's good stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I want to be the Sasquatch
Game
shrub.
on.
That'd work for me.
More of the Gorman in the Morning podcast. Next. Keep those earbuds in. It's more of the Gorman in the Morning podcast.
Let's talk civic responsibility, civic duty, an honor, if you will, that is bestowed upon many Americans on a regular basis. That would be jury duty.
Ooh.
Take part in your own system, ladies and gentlemen. Jump in there. Jury duty, one of those things that I don't know too many people that get that summons in the mail and they're like, yes! But I certainly, I know the first time I got one, I was like astonished because it was within the last decade.
Okay.
I mean, I spent years and years and years of my life as a person who has a fixed address and a driver's license and pays taxes and never got summoned ever until it happened in 2017 or 18. Yeah. I was like, whoa, that's wild. Whereas my oldest brother, Bob, who has always lived in very small towns, he's been on juries 4 or maybe 5 times.
Jeez.
For real. And been the foreman more often than not.
I mean, I guess it proves that it's random.
Yeah.
You know?
But I guess your odds are better when you live in a town of 12,000 people, too.
Right.
But no, I got called in. Have either one of you ever done... First things first, let's go to the end first. Have you ever served on a jury?
No.
No?
No, but I don't know if you guys remember.
Yeah.
I've gone through I'm 52. I've gone through my whole life never being called.
Right.
And then, I don't know if you remember, but we relaunched KQRS April 3rd of 2025. I was summoned for that week.
Yeah, right.
And so I
do remember.
I was like, yeah, you know what? I've gone all this time, and now this week, the most important week, one of the most important weeks of my professional life. So yeah, I got to push back to June, and then we got called. We were to call back on Monday, and nothing ever. I didn't have to go in and do anything.
Ryder?
I was so convinced the minute I turned 18 I was going to be on a jury. It didn't happen. As soon as I moved to Fresno, though, there's a lot of crime in Fresno, so I'd get those dumb postcards all the time. You got to call in at 9 o'clock in the morning to see if you got to come down to the courthouse, blah, blah, blah. But no, never picked my number.
The case, I'd be into it for sure.
We're looking at a poll about people giving their thoughts on jury.
Okay.
Midwesterners, not surprisingly, are the most likely to say, they'd be down to be on a jury.
Oh, yeah.
I'll do my part.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because we're good people.
We still teach civics around here. It's a good thing.
We do. Yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with being good people. We just like good gossip.
That's very true.
That's where you're going to find it, is in the courtroom.
Gossip has served a very distinct and important social service for millennia.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You got to weed out the bad apples, and there's no better way to do that than to talk about them behind their back.
It's that passive-aggressive stuff.
That's exactly it. Mm-hmm. Men are more likely to be cool with being on a jury than women.
Really?
Makes perfect sense. But you tell a dude, exactly. You get to weigh in on someone else's fate. Oh, sign me up.
Okay.
Of course I know better than anybody else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. That's fair.
I got called down and went through the whole they're interviewing each voir dire. They're picking everybody up and going there and the case involved there was a traffic accident. Someone got rear-ended, and then ultimately what they were doing, I believe they were suing their chiropractor.
Oh.
There was a whole chiropractor. So like the first question was, have you ever been to a chiropractor? And yes. And did you have good experiences? And I said, sometimes really good, sometimes really bad. Ooh. Which actually is not true, but I was like, I mean, it's kind of you have preferences.
It's a very elusive answer,
and but I said, or what he said was, do you have generally positive? I said, generally, yeah. Have you ever had a bad experience? Yeah, I have. And it was like I went like that because I was just didn't want to be a part of this, and I had other things to do. But it was an honest answer. I was like, yes, some are better than others, and but that didn't immediately get me out. I went back and I'm waiting, and then the judge himself was going through. They actually sat me over in the, like there's a room, you have 40 or 50 people, and then you'd be questioned, and then they'd say, okay, go over to the jury box. Like they were just putting people there. So they sent me there with the first group. I was like, oh man, I didn't get out of this. And then the judge would ask each person, what do you do? What's your story? Who are you?
Yeah.
And I said I host a sports talk radio show. And then he was like, he goes, I know that show. And he goes, do you have a show today? I said, I sure do. I think I do. I need to make a call. If not, And then he's like, go do your show. And I was like, right on. Yeah. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, it was good. But I if summoned, if called, if picked, I wouldn't really go out of my way to get out of it. I do feel like eventually your number's going to be up, and you should do your part.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, we all. That's how the system works. Is if we all chip in and do our part. Give me a bank heist. Like I want some sort of a high-profile bank heist type. I don't want murder. I don't want people hurt. Like just give me bank heists.
My brother Bob, he was a newspaper editor, small town newspaper editor guy. Very direct. Doesn't he's the guy who says when mom says she loves me, I get a second source. I mean, he's a very old school journalist. Doesn't believe anything anyone ever tells him.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Ever. Mm-hmm. He's like, yeah, I've seen this before. Yeah. He is just as dry as salt, just like everything. But he takes it very seriously. And he was a foreman on a capital murder trial in a small town in South Carolina. Ugh. And he's like, man, and he goes, it's the one thing he says, no matter what the case is, every time, everyone takes it very seriously. He's like, I've never been in a jury room where somebody was just goofing off or didn't realize when push comes to shove, everybody's like, this is adult stuff. This is real. Yeah. This is part of our community. Like I'm impacting the town I live in. Everybody kind of dials in, and I think that part of it's great.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to deal with capital murder, but man,
a little tough.
If you're there and you have to do, then yeah,
Sure.
gonna, you know what I mean? Do it to the best of your ability, for sure. But.
The dumbest lawsuit in the history of America involved my former rock and roll band, the Black Crowes. I did a doodle on a napkin, and someone said it was a contract that was binding.
Oh.
And we ended up on court TV for 2 weeks. It was insane.
That's right.
But here's the thing. It's the dumbest case ever. But the jurors took it. It was like they were dialed in like it was the Manson family crimes. They were so dialed in, and they got hung 6-6.
Really?
3 days of deliberation for the dumbest trial ever, and they were so impassioned on both sides. I stayed around and talked to them afterwards because I was like, how can the 6 of you be this dumb? And thank you for the 6 who just stopped and didn't, but it was amazing to me. I recognized and talked with everybody. It's like, wow, this was like really important to them. More important to them than it was to us at the end of the day. We were like, okay, whatever. We're glad this is over. And people were shattered in there. It was like, kind of gave me hope for humanity.
Well, that's great.
Well, for half of humanity.
Did you put your time on TV in your IMDb resume?
I have not done anything about it, no.
Okay.
Someone else may have on my behalf. You ever been on a jury? How was it? What did you think? I mean, I'm curious. If you have served on a jury, what were your thoughts? What was unexpected about it, I guess, is really the question. What did you not expect at all?
763 number says, got the letter for jury duty about every other year up until last year when my number got called. Let's just say I used to be on the other side of the courtroom quite regularly, and the judge immediately recognized me when I walked in. But it wasn't until day 2 when they told me I was excused.
Wow.
So I didn't actually have to do anything.
I've been a part of 2 jury trials. There was the band one.
Yeah.
And then when I was a senior in high school, very long story, very short, an attempted murder trial. I was a witness to a situation that happened in my family ran a restaurant and a guy tried to kill our chef.
Jeez.
And I was standing right there.
Yeah.
And so I was on the stand. That was a jury trial. And I did sit. I had to give an account, and their attorney accused me of lying. It was like a crazy drama. It was like a scene out of Matlock.
Yeah.
Well, I know, young man, I would have told a story. My daddy asked me to lie for, and all this stuff. It was, you couldn't have seen all that happen from your vantage point. And I'm like, hey, Matlock, seriously, back off. I know what I saw.
Yes.
You've mentioned that before. What song is it that's attached to that story for you?
Tainted Love.
That's right.
I watched a man get beaten near to death with a tire iron while Soft Cell's Tainted Love played.
That's right. I knew that was
So that's
that
a very
song.
violent song anytime I hear it. Always stamped. But during that, I'm on a witness stand and I'm testifying to this horrible thing, and one of the jurors was like this. I mean, sound asleep.
Yes, that's what I'm freaked out about.
Sound asleep.
Can you stay awake during a trial? Because, I mean, you're inside a courtroom, and 8 hours is a long time to listen to people talk.
He was just an old fella, and he was just, chin on his chest. He wasn't actually snoring. Chin down on his chest, just out.
Are there consequences, though, if you do that?
I don't even remember. I'm sure someone woke up, but I just always remembered I'm in the middle of my spiel, and I look over, and I'm like, man, that guy is not even, he's not like napping. He is sleeping.
Sawing logs, baby.
Pretty
Vicky
much.
chimed in with one on the Facebook page. You would not have been able to fall asleep in this courtroom. It was a drug smuggling case, she said. So this guy coming up from Mexico in a tractor trailer, a semi-truck, they found tons of marijuana inside the front cab.
Okay.
And into the courtroom, they marched an entire pallet of pot, she said, and they just left it in there the whole day, she says. Like, everybody was getting headaches. They were complaining. They were like, can you roll this sucker out?
Yeah, I bet.
Like, we're having a really hard time here. And she was like, no, they said they had to leave it in because it was evidence.
Okay, then.
That's unreal.
Jeez,
That is unreal.
Rick in Monticello said his ex-wife served on a grand jury for murder for 3 weeks, had nightmares about the crime scene photos for months. See, that's the thing about...
bet.
Like, again, if we're there and we got to do it, you do your best, and you're there and you take it seriously. But I don't want that at all, because that would be me, 100%.
Yeah, give me the drug trial. I'll bring a lighter.
Yeah. and I want the bank robbery. Yeah.
Jeez. Imagine, just think about that. Like, the people who served on the Manson trial were just folks.
Right?
Like you're not like, you're like, okay, whatever. Vincent Bugliosi, that was the guy, the DA and his people, and they signed up for that. You just get a letter in the mail, come down to the LA County, blah blah blah, and then suddenly it's like you're looking at Charles Manson. And at the time, even, I mean, the rampant insanity, like he's on the cover of Life magazine. Like it's not like in hindsight that was a big deal. That was a huge deal as it was happening, and you're just like, yeah, just sell insurance. And then for a few months there, I was in a room with a bunch of Manson family members, and they were just what a life experience.
Yeah, they're just regular people.
Yeah,
who underwent hours and hours of therapy after that.
I would imagine so, or just shook it off and wrote their own books. That's the American way right there, baby.
Good point.
It's the last word from Steve Gorman.
Courtesy of a man born on this day, August 4th, 1901.
Oh.
An icon, a true American original, that would be Louis, or as he called himself, Louis Armstrong.
Yes.
Yeah, Louis.
Couple of great quotes from Louis Armstrong. All music is folk music. I ain't never heard no horse sing a song. I like that. All music is folk music.
Yes.
And then there's two kinds of music, the good and the bad. I play the good kind.
Hell yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. Pretty great right there.
Nice
Fly
work,
to New Orleans
Sexo.
sometime. Fly into that man's airport. You were just there, weren't you?
I was just there. They got a big, huge statue dedicated just to him.
Yeah, they do.
As they should.
Pretty special. There's not a whole lot of airports on planet Earth named after musicians. I can think of two. That one and John Lennon International Airport in Liverpool. That's it. I mean, I'm sure there are more, but that's the only two I know of.
Sure.
And I've only been in one of them. Never been to Liverpool.
Follow Gorman in the Morning wherever you're listening right now. Hosted by Steve Gorman and Paul Fletcher with Ryder. This episode was produced by the precisely named Bill, our podcast guy. Thanks, Bill.
This is good shtick. That's all I can tell you.